Well, what's your reaction to what we heard so far from the president and the defense secretary?
I'm hard to put together my thoughts on this, Anna, to be honest with you. First of all, I think we ought to address the atmospherics. We're talking about a huge American flag behind the speakers. That's reminiscent of the opening scene from the movie Patton, which President Trump has said he absolutely loves. I don't think that.
So we're going to get into this video of this Commander General commenting on Pete Hegseth and Trump's address to the military generals. It's obvious MSNBC always goes out and grabs somebody to make a negative statement against what the president is doing. So we're just going to get into it and see exactly what he says about this. So pay attention. Let's watch. Let's go.
General, what's your reaction to what we heard so far from the president and the defense secretary?
I'm hard to put together my thoughts on this, Anna, to be honest with you. First of all, I think we ought to address the atmospherics.
Atmospherics? What's he talking about? All right. I don't know. Let's keep watching.
We're talking about a huge American flag behind the speakers. That's reminiscent of the opening scene from the movie Patton.
Oh, the American flag. Of course, that's a trigger. Wasn't this commander in the military? Isn't the American? What does he mean? What's the problem with the American flag behind Trump? I don't know, but let's keep listening. Maybe he'll get to it and let us know.
Which President Trump has said he absolutely loves. I don't think.
Oh, it's because Trump loves it. Oh, so it must be negative because Trump loves the movie Patton. Okay.
I think that flag is normally there at the Quantico, museum, but we'll see. In terms of what Secretary Hegseth has said, those were anticipated, as well as what the president is doing. It's anticipated. These are the kinds of speeches the president has given at Fort Bragg in front of a roaring group of soldiers who all said they were supporters of his. At West Point, I was there when he gave the graduation address. This is somewhat similar to the speech he gave at the UN. It's somewhat shocking and it's filled with mistruths. And he's addressing.
Okay, so the address is shocking and filled with mistruths. Has he given us any mistruths that he thinks that Trump said or Hegseth said? No, he just makes a statement that's full of mistruths. Well, what are they? Of course, he hasn't mentioned any, but maybe he will. So let's keep watching.
A bunch of men and women who serve all over the world, who have firsthand experience in some of the alliances.
Look how the reporter nods her head like, oh, yeah. You are making a point there, sir. Let's go.
And what he's talking about in terms of war fighting. So I would suspect it's not being taken well. When I first started listening to the speech, I found my mouth open. I just couldn't believe some of the things that were being said to this group of individuals who have such experience. And
again, his mouth was open on things that he said. What did he say? Again, they have not said what he said that they find as a mistruth or that the people are not taking well. I don't know, but let's keep listening because maybe he'll get there at some point.
Last thing I'd say, Anna, the thing I've got to stick up for is the defense of the American military. The soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines, I've never served with Space Force Guardians, but those four services I've had the opportunity to serve with, not only in combat, but on the joint staff and in various assignments through my career. There are no finer human beings across our force. There is a reason why the other armies of the world say we are the best on the globe. They are well-trained, well-disciplined, and they swear an oath to the Constitution. And I just really find it offensive that anyone is insulting them and claiming that it's their promotions and their advancement through the services are a result of policies or wokeness or DEI. Because
he's denying that the military had lost some of its way on how they promoted or gave people positions within the military. I don't know because I haven't really been involved in that. My dad served in the military for 27 years, but I haven't been associated with it for probably 15, so I don't really know. However, I do know some of the standards and things were dropped in the military, and I know Hegseth wants to reestablish them. So maybe that's what he's referring to. I'm not sure. Let's keep listening. Maybe he'll land the plane. Maybe he'll let us know more. Let's go.
That's just not true. Those are my thoughts on what I've heard so far.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that has stood out to me was the focus by the defense secretary on appearance and
Focus on appearance. Let's watch her break this down on what she means by appearance. This, if you're in the military or ever been around the military, should make you just start cracking up laughing, because let's just listen.
grooming standards and how much people weigh and how that's such an important priority under
Grooming standards and how much people weigh. This is funny because I find this amazing when you start talking to people who don't have anything to do with the military, who have never ever been around the military, that they don't understand that what people weigh and how they groom themselves has always been important. Shaving, getting your hair cut high and tight, shining up your brass, shining your boots. I mean, I can still smell the polish my dad used to use when he would polish his boots. He had an old plastic container, and it had his shoe polish, the buffer, the brush, and every morning he would get out, or not every morning, but when he was getting ready to go out, he would take his boots out, polish them up. He would have that Brasso. I don't know if anybody's ever seen it. It's the container with the Brasso liquid in it that he would use on his buttons to make sure they were shined. And he always had his uniform ironed. I don't know. I don't know if anybody's ever been around the military who don't understand this. Oh, and then every morning my dad would get up to do the PT. He'd run 2 miles. They would do the sit-ups. They would do the push-ups. They would do the jumping jacks. I don't know if anybody's ever been around it to see it, but that's just a part of the military. It already has been a part of the military. So when people make these statements, it's obvious that they've never been around it. They've never seen it, so they don't understand it. But let's keep going and see what she says.
his leadership. This is a gathering, General, that required massive logistics and security risks as well. Military officials told NBC News that there were pricey logistical challenges here. Thousands of people scrambling to make last-minute trips, many from their posts in remote parts of the world. One officer saying just getting through the gate will be...
Yeah, because the president, the commander-in-chief, wanted to address them. So they have to be there. Come on, lady. Let's keep listening to this.
Hilarious. I mean, the costs are one thing, but what about the risks? And based on...
Yeah. You got a package.